As we said, Hunter Biden had a bad day. His father had a worse one. Let's start about 10 a.m. this morning at the federal courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware. The younger Biden arrived with his Secret Service motorcade, thinking he'd enter a quick guilty plea in federal court today and it would end all of his legal problems. In fact, reporters set up a camera and a microphone for Hunter to speak afterwards. He would say he was sorry and how he was going to learn from this and move on and pay his taxes. Then things took a surprising turn. Prosecutors in Delaware revealed an ongoing criminal investigation into Hunter. And a quick guilty plea with no jail time on tax charges would not end that criminal investigation. Ongoing criminal investigations are like boulders pushed off of mountains. You never really know where the boulder is going to land. You never know what it's going to crash into. Friends, business associates, even family members potentially get crushed. Of course, House Republicans can claim they have their evidence of corruption in their investigation. And yes, there is an FBI report of an informant linking Hunter's deal with Burisma to his father. The informant alleges the company paid Hunter to influence his father, then Vice President Biden. We know VP Biden pressured the Ukrainians to fire a local prosecutor looking into Burisma. In fact, at one point, President Biden bragged about it. But neither prosecutors nor Republicans ever had a proven quid pro quo. Republicans in the House say they have evidence in shell companies and the like. They have some evidence. But congressional investigators are really like playing in the minors. Ongoing federal prosecutions are the major leagues. So just imagine Hunter in the courtroom today. There were no cameras there, but we have sketches. First thinking he could put everything behind him. His father could run for re-election, saying Hunter's case is over. We even heard the White House roll out the talking points that this was a personal matter and they weren't going to talk about it. Then things changed. Our Rich McHugh reports from inside the courtroom. Hunter Biden appeared confused and listening intently to the showdown between defense lawyers and prosecutors and the judge. He ended the day pleading not guilty and leaving without talking to reporters. In fact, last night, we predicted that this plea deal might fall apart. He says the Hunter Biden judge should throw out the plea deal. Effectively, the judge should say, this is too good of a deal. I'm not letting you do it, or not letting the prosecutors do it. That's not going to happen, is it?
That would be hugely unlikely, and I think that's wishful thinking on the part of some conservatives. The one, I would say, minor complication here that is worth watching is that Hunter's lawyers have entered into what's called a Rule 11C plea.
We also asked last night about the issue of immunity. Does this deal end the investigation and protect Hunter Biden from any future prosecutions? And that's how the deal fell apart. Tom Dupree with us now, former Deputy Assistant Attorney General under George W. Bush. Tom, it's good to see you. We'll get to the politics in a minute, but big picture. Does this concept of a boulder still heading down the mountain apply?
I think it does, Leland. If anything, the boulder has picked up steam because of today's events. And look, today was an excellent illustration of the idea that the law doesn't always follow the pre-planned script. Hunter Biden clearly thought that he was going to be closing a chapter in his life today. I'm sure President Biden thought they would be closing that chapter too. But it turns out from today's events, we may not even be halfway through the book, that there may be chapters yet to be written. The special counsel, the U.S. attorney, may well have to or bring additional charges against Hunter Biden down the road that could spread a much broader net than just Hunter Biden.
All right. So this plea deal, and now we'll get very micro, fell apart on this issue of immunity, whether this ended the investigation and gave Hunter Biden immunity going forward effectively on all of these charges. There is this divide about how rare that is, number one. But this question, you've got the Department of Justice, okay, and you've got very good attorneys that Hunter Biden has hired. How do you end up in a courtroom to plead guilty and everybody thinks this is going to be done, and that very salient issue, the reason you plead guilty, has not been decided?
It is astounding to me, Leland, that it unfolded the way it did today for the reason you mentioned. These are very sophisticated lawyers on both sides. And rule number one in a plea agreement proceeding like this is you don't come into courtroom and give the judge a cake that is half-baked. If you want her to sign off on it, which she has a duty to independently satisfy herself that signing off on this agreement is in the interest of justice, you have to present her with a fully baked cake that makes sense, that both sides have looked at, everyone's comfortable with, and that you're prepared to answer critical questions like that. Does that, in fact, immunize him from future charges. They didn't know the answer to that.